Hi guys, welcome to Kenganda, your number one stop YouTube channel for everything entertainment, Miss Kavi, real estate, restaurant reviews, car reviews, anything, you name it, you'll find it on Kenganda. Now my name is Janita Maya and I'm going to be your host for Kenganda News. Let's get to it. Our first story for today is that Africa is going to be used as a testing lab for the vaccine. You know, the vaccine for the virus that has killed so many people. This particular virus started in China and has spread all over the world, putting a standstill to so many things and changing a lot. And people were not expecting that. Now, rumors or stories have been going around that Africa is going to be used as a testing lab for the vaccine for this virus. Now, some doctors in Europe and the US were saying it is quite easy and faster and cheaper to get the vaccine from Africa. You know, they're going to come, test the vaccine on Africans, basically make them their guinea pigs, try the vaccine on them, see if it works, see under what conditions the vaccine will work, and so much more. Now, my first observation is, how does a human being sit there and decide, you know what, let's just go to a certain population, try out the vaccine and see if it's going to work there. And most times when they're trying out the vaccine, some people do react to it poorly, some people die, some people turn out to be disabled. It basically affects their body. Now, how does a human being in Europe or wherever it is they are decide, you know what, Africa is the perfect place? Are leaders going to fight for us? That's a big no. Who is going to fight for us? No one. So if these people want to test the vaccine in Africa, they're actually going to come and test the vaccine on most Africans. Our people are going to die. And this just goes to show how the world views Africa. People think of Africa and they think, oh, the lions running around, or maybe people live in huts, or maybe we don't have internet and we communicate by hitting the drum. Like, this particular thing just blew up a bigger issue, don't just sit down and ask yourself, why can't they try the vaccine on Americans, or why can't they try the vaccine on Europeans? They had to come to Africa. What makes Africans so special? Is it the melanin? Is it the sun? Is it the government? What makes Africa so special? Why can't they try the vaccine on other people? Or why can't they even try the vaccine on maybe animals, or what they've been doing before? Why do they have to look at Africa and be like, hey, it's going to be cheaper there, it's going to be faster there, so let's do it from there. And then once they get the vaccine, I promise you, not many Africans are going to get that vaccine. They're going to take it back to their place, because that's what they do. All they do is just take and take and take. They're going to come, try the vaccine on you, see, oh, this is how it works, that's what it does, okay, then take it back to their homeland. And then what, you're left with nothing. And unfortunately, we also have Africans who are, desperate, they're poor, they're living below the poverty line, and, they need the money. So if these people come to them and they're like, hey, we're going to give you a certain amount of money, so let's try the vaccine on you. Unfortunately, our dear people are going to accept. They'll just take that money and put their lives at risk, because Africans, we have this thing where we have to take care of family. Like, it's not about me, it's about my family. Everything I do is for family. So there's that one person out there who's saying, okay, you know what? Even if I die, that money is going to go to my family. And that's just sad. Now, already we do have South Africa, which agreed to test the vaccine on their citizens. And then Kenya is awaiting approval. And that's it. Like, guys, we don't have to do this. And then this also goes back to our leaders, because our leaders, if they're offered billions and millions and billions of money, they'll take it. Like, no one is going to look out for Africans. Like, we have to look out for ourselves. Now, if you're an African out there and they do approach you, to give you the vaccine to put in your body or to swallow anything, please be vigilant. Your life is so much more. It's worth a lot. Your health is your everything. You have to guard it, you have to protect it, you have to look out for yourself, because no one in this world is going to look out for you. Not that leader you elected, not that person you think will look out for you. No one. You have to look out for yourself. As Africans, we have to stand strong and refuse. We have to stand strong, come together and refuse this kind of treatment. They just look at our content and think, oh, we shall come, steal their minerals, do this and that, and we shall also test the vaccine on them and then take it back to their homeland. It's so wrong. It's not right. So it's up to us as Africans to come together, unite and look out for each other, unite and, stand against the other person. Okay, so I want you to tell me what you think in the comment section. Now, moving on to our next story. In Nigeria, a certain politician fainted when he was being questioned about the mismanagement of some funds that, he had to take care of. Now, most of you don't know this, but in Africa, we do have committees where if it's hard that a politician maybe embezzled this kind of money and whatnot, they bring him in front and question him on live TV. They ask him, how did you do this and this? They bring out the facts. They tell you, where did you put this money? And then that person has to account for all that money. Now, this particular politician, his name is Daniel Pondi. Now, Daniel Pondi fainted, okay? He was being asked the question. The person in charge of the committee was asking him questions like, where did you put this money that you used on the 31st of this month and that month? And this man fainted. Like, he just fainted. You can literally see the clip and his head just fell. It's like he had died or something, but he was still alive. And then in the clip, you can also see two men running forward to check on him. Mind you, these men are not even doctors. And this man was seen shoving a finger down his throat. Like, that's not what you do to people who are fainting. You give them some room and you fan them or you splash water on them. Well, they're also doing that, but the man was pushing his finger inside the mouth of the man who had fainted. Was just weird. But anyway, back to the story. Now, this man fainted and, everything had to come to a standstill. Now, do we think he actually fainted because of medical reasons, or he fainted because he did not want to answer where he had put that money? Now, some politicians have so many tricks up their sleeves, when they do not want to be asked certain things, they come up with certain tricks, and whatnot. So this man just decided to faint and the committee had to come to a stop. Now, this is what happens when you're greedy and you don't think of your people. You are put into power and all you think about is yourself. People elect certain people so that they can help them, push the agenda, push the opinion, forward it, help them move forward. But there's some people out there who are greedy. They sit down, they plan and invest, to mislead others, to make sure others go without anything. Mind you, everyone pays taxes for these people, it's like it's like people who are, normal people, ordinary people, pay taxes so that these politicians can live their best life in flashy cars, getting women from wherever it is they want. Like, them forgetting where they came from is just absurd. And this is what greed does to you. Now, this man fainting is just a clear example. Like, if you lay the bed, lie in it. If you mishandle these funds, he should, get punishment for them. Now, another thing that does stand out is the corruption. Now, Nigeria, from what I've read anyway, has the biggest percentage of corruption, the biggest form of corruption now. Most Nigerians, and I've gotten that from Twitter, you can hear them saying, oh, Nigeria is corrupt. Oh, Nigerian officials are corrupt. Oh, Nigeria is the worst place you can be in. Well, it's a beautiful place, don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, on Twitter, you can hear some Nigerians saying, there's way too much corruption in the country and whatnot. And it's everywhere. It's in Africa. It's like a disease. It's like an insect that's just a parasite, actually, that's just eating out everything. Corruption is here, corruption is there. It's eating everything. It's being embedded in the kids. Because if a child of a politician is not seeing what the father is doing, please do not expect this child to come out and say, oh, I'm going to fight for your rights. I'm going to do what's right. No, this child will follow in the father's footsteps and he'll also become a greedy, corrupt politician. I mean, the circle doesn't end. It just keeps going and going and going. And there's no development. Ordinary people end up suffering. And I mean, all for what? All for money? Is money everything in this life? Like, is money the ultimate goal for everyone? Now, I know some of you have heard about karma. You know what karma is? What you do to others will come back to you. It's like when you hit a ball, it's going to bounce back to you, okay? So this particular politician, I hope he gets fine if he's actually sick. But if he's doing this as a trick, then too bad for him, because everything you do out there, whether good or bad, will come back to you. So he's out there mishandling funds, eating people's taxes. You know, the taxes they pay so the country can move forward. He's there eating them and being comfortable. And now that he is trying to faint when they're trying to question him where he put the money. That's just funny. But karma is real. Thank you so much for watching this video. Now do tell us what you think in the comment section. We love to interact with you, you know, get one-on-one with you. Why not? And while you're doing that, also subscribe to Kenganda. Now you may be there, you're watching this video and you didn't subscribe. I'm going to give you a moment, you know, take your time. It's a red button around there. Just hit it, just, you know, hit subscribe. Okay, while you're at that, also hit the notification bell. Like this video. I mean, what don't you like about Kenganda? Kenganda is everything that's beautiful. It's like a TV station with so many channels, but it's on YouTube, it's accessible, and you get to interact with us. What else do you want? Yeah. So also follow us on our social media pages, that is Kenganda Nation on Facebook and Kenganda on Instagram. I'm your host, Joanita. Till next time.